this could be a new family favourite in your home because it is in mine. I've been playing around and I've created a sausage and mash pie. Yes, a pie. So that's basically potato around the edges and the side. Then this creamy, gorgeous, sausagey stew, potato on top, stabbed bits of sausage on the top of that, in the oven, golden and crisp. And of course, the point of making a pie, encasing something, is that whatever you trap is going to kind of help all those flavours bounce around and make it even more tasty. So first job, in a pan, a little bit of olive oil, and on a kind of medium heat, get those lovely sausages in there. A nice, good quality sausage. I've also tested this with veggie sausages as well, so happy days. Just give them a little love, and I want these to be golden all the way around. As that's happening, I want to really amp up the beautiful flavour of those sausages, but also stretch a little bit a long way. So we're going to make the most delicious casserole to put inside this pie. We're going to use leeks, and they're going to go creamy and buttery and delicious, but also curveball apple. I've got a red apple and a green apple. It's quite nice, actually, to mix the apples because they do taste very different when you cook them. Peel these, and the thinking that I had was pork and apples, best friends. In the last few months, I have been just mucking around with basic ingredients: sausage, apples, potatoes. How can we kind of reinvent it and just make it a different experience? Just having fun with food, that's what it's all about, right? So, chunk these up into sort of roughly centimetre chunks. Get rid of the core. And then, as these sausages are getting nice and brown, see all that lovely fat? We're going to get our apple straight into that, and we want a little bit of colour on those apples. Imagine that. Yes. Now, my missus doesn't like onions, so I use leeks a lot. And when you cook them in the way I'm going to do it, you get the most incredible, buttery, creamy sauce. So, put the tip of your knife in and go all the way down the length of the leek. And as it grows, sometimes there's a little bit of mud in here. It's pretty common. Look, you can see it there, look, see? Right, so we'll just go and wash that out. Now, when you wash it out, don't wash it towards the stalk because you're just pushing the dirt into it deeper. Right, always wash it out. Roughly slice it up to be the same size as the apple. I'm looking at that sausage now. It's got a nice colour. So just take the sausage out now. And the leeks all go in. Just give it a little swig of water, just to stop that frying process. A little pinch of salt and a little pinch of pepper. And now turn that down to like a medium heat. 20 minutes with a lid on, and those leeks will go really tender, buttery and sweet. The next job is the mashed potatoes. Over here, I've got 1.2 kilos of Maris Piper potatoes, peeled and boiled and drained. If you look at recipes for shepherd's pie, cottage pie, the really old ones would have potatoes not just on the top, but on the sides and bottom. I like that, so I'm kind of playing with this. Just 2 tablespoons of flour into your boiled potatoes. You give it a whole load more structure. So then you can do more than just mash. You can start using it almost like a pastry. So I'll season it up just like I would a normal mashed potato, salt and pepper. If you want to put butter in, you can. Mash this together. Then we need to divide it into 1/3 for the top and 2/3 for the bottom and the sides. But look, by adding that flour, can you see how it's more malleable now, right? So we can turn it into shapes. This bit I will put over here with my sausage. And then this 2/3 here, I'll put in that tray. Now, we want this to go crispy and gnarly and gorgeous. And for that, a little kiss of oil and give it a little rub up around the sides. In we go with the potato. And then very simply, just use your hands to just pat it out, almost like a type of pastry. Roughly about 1 centimetre thick. And then as you get to the sides, up we go. And of course, this little technique you can use for any stew. If you've got lamb stew, beef stew, you know, whatever stew you want, you can do this. It's a cute little tip. Super easy, super rustic. The leeks, once they've had about 20 minutes and they're really tender, smells amazing already. We're gonna kind of amp this up now. We're gonna go in with 3 teaspoons of English mustard. Right, that won't be hot, by the way. It will just give it a nice, big, sort of bold flavour. Then we're gonna go in with flour again, just a couple of tablespoons, and that will be the thickening agent for this sauce. A little thyme, just pick that off the stalk, and if you haven't got thyme, any nice fragrant herb is lovely. Once the flour is all mixed in, add the milk. Nice whole milk, organic, about 600 millilitres. Slowly stir that in. And now go in with the sausages, but not all the sausage. Let's save one of those back. Slice these into 1 centimetre slices. And what's great about this recipe is you're taking a few sausages a long way. So this will feed 4 people very generously. Really, really nice. Look how lovely and creamy that is. The lovely caramelised apples in there, the mustard, just all swapping flavours. So let that simmer for 5 minutes, and let's think about the topping. Get a little bit of greaseproof paper, put a bit of oil on here, rub it, and then I'll take this potato and press it down again and again and again. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. Just push it out like that. It's about 1 centimetre thick. You want it to be slightly bigger than this tray. Go in with that amazing sweet leek, caramelised apple, and sausage casserole. Look at that, come on. Then simply pick up your greaseproof paper, flap it over the top like that, and then unpeel it. If you've got any holes or if it ripped, please do not stress. It's very, very forgiving. We want to seal it to kind of trap all that lovely goodness. So get yourself a fork and your flour, just dip it in the flour to stop it sticking to your fork. And that just seals it nicely. It makes it feel kind of like the kind of dinners that my nan used to make. Nice memories. Just as if it was pastry, get a knife and kind of cut down like that. In my family, everyone fights over the crispy edge. Now there is 1 sausage left. So slice this up, and then I'm gonna push this into the most beautiful potato. These will get nice and golden and crispy. Last but not least, I want to take some time, put a little oil on a board, and I'll just dab it in and around like that. And yes, it will flavour it, but that will also make the potatoes really, really golden and crispy. That's it. Now that will go in the oven for 40 minutes at 200 degrees Celsius, which is 400 Fahrenheit. My tip for you, if you want a crispy bottom, which I highly recommend, is put this at the bottom of your oven, and then about 5 minutes before the end, I'll put some of that thyme on top just to crispen up, and it will look the business. Oh, look at that. Kids, lunchtime. Oh, yes. Sausage and mash taken to another level. Sizzling, golden, gorgeousness. That is a beautiful thing. So look, I'm just gonna have a little portion for myself. Let's just get in there. Come on. Chunks of sausage, creamy, leaky sauce. I've got some greens and some peas. I love a bit of mustard as well on the side. Let's just get in it. Have a little try. Love the crispy bit on the edge. The leeks are amazing. They're so sweet and creamy. And then every now and again you get that hit of the apple, which with the pork sausage is so good. Come on, what's not to love? Sausage and mash, but not as you know it. Gotta give that a try. Right, guys, you ready?